Let's learn comma rules today. What is the function of commas? The comma is an important punctuation mark in writing. When used correctly, it helps separate ideas and makes sentences easier to understand. So the main function is to separate ideas. If you can use it correctly, then your writing can be very clear and easier to understand. There are 3 rules for the comma use, and number 1 is time order signals. Use a comma after time order signal when the signal appears at the beginning of a sentence. We already learned this in our last class. But there are exceptions. These 3 time signals are exceptions. They are then, soon, now. That means you should not put comma after these 3 time order signals. Let's see some examples. Yesterday, comma, I studied vocabulary for 2 hours. Yesterday is time order signal. We put comma after it to start the sentence. In the afternoon, I met my classmates in the library. In the afternoon is a time order signal. It is a phrase. We put comma after it to start the sentence. Soon, I began to understand the lesson. Soon is the time order signal, but we don't put comma after it because it is one of the 3 exceptions. Rule number 2, compound sentences. Use a comma in a compound sentence. Place the comma before the coordinating conjunction that joins 2 complete sentences. Coordinating conjunction, another name for this is coordinators. Coordinators joins 2 clauses. Let's see some examples. I felt nervous about the exam, so I reviewed my notes again. So is a coordinator in this compound sentence. So we put comma before the coordinator. She practiced her presentation carefully, and she delivered it confidently. And is the coordinator or coordinating conjunction in this compound sentence. We put comma before it. Rule number 3, series. Use commas to separate items in a series of 3 or more items. Please pay attention to 3 or more items. The items can be words, phrases, or clauses. Do not use a comma when there are only 2 items. Let's see some examples. I packed my laptop, my notebook, my charger, and my textbooks. In this example, there is a series with 4 items: my laptop, my notebook, my charger, my textbooks. After each item, we put a comma after it. But for the last item, we put comma and. The trip was exciting, educational, and unforgettable. In this example, there is a series with 3 items. The 3 items are exciting, educational, unforgettable. They are adjectives. We put comma after each item, but for the last item, we put comma and. During the meeting, the teacher explained the rules, answered students' questions, and gave helpful advice. In this example, there is a series with 3 items. We put comma after each item. These 3 items are explain the rules, answer students' questions, give helpful advice. And for the last item, we put comma and. This is kind of a very special example because for each item, it is a phrase. It is a verb phrase. The structure for this verb phrase is verb plus object. Let's see a very different example. My favorite subjects are mathematics and history. Mathematics, history. These are 2 items. We don't use comma for 2 items. We just use and to connect them. So please remember, we only use comma in a series with 3 or more items. If there are only 2 items, we don't use comma. We just use and to connect these 2 items. Now, let's summarize 3 comma rules. Rule number 1, time order signals. We use comma after time order signals to start a sentence. Rule number 2, compound sentences. We use comma in compound sentences before the coordinators. Rule number 3, we use comma in a series with 3 or more items.